Welcome. A 16-year-old black female was shot and killed by police in Columbus, Ohio. This is her name. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm just gonna call her Mia from now on. I'm gonna show you the body cam footage from the police officer who shot her. Warning, I'm not gonna be actually showing you the aftermath or the moment when she gets shot.
Hey! What's going on? Hey, what's going on? Hey! Get down! Get down! Get down! Get down!
The first thing you could see in the video is Mia being very aggressive. From the beginning until the end, she was chasing after people, assaulting people, she had a knife, and she almost stabbed the girl in pink. Second thing is, this whole thing unfolded very quickly. It was less than 30 seconds. Third thing is, the police officer didn't really have an idea of what's going on. All he saw is a female being aggressive and about to stab another female. Fourth, you could see Mia's father actually stomping on the first girl that Mia attacked. Fifth, this was not self-defense, and I'll explain to you why in a second. And the final point is, a lot of you are claiming this police officer didn't warn her. I would like to suggest to you to go back and watch the video that I just played and actually listen to him saying, hey, stop, and then shooting. That, in my books and in most people's eyes, is a warning. He doesn't need to say, hey, quit it out, stop fighting, stop you, subject number A, attacking subject number B. Hey, Mia, stop, do not stab her or I'm gonna shoot you. I think, hey, stop, is a warning. Let me tell you why this wasn't self-defense. Some context first. Mia actually called 911 saying, I need help, there's these two girls that are trying to assault me. These two girls are the two girls that Mia attacked in the video, the girl in pink and the first girl that fell on the floor. Now, a lot of people are claiming this is self-defense because these two girls were trying to assault her, but let me tell you why it's not. Before I explain to you why this is not self-defense, let me explain to you what a police officer's job is and what they're trained to do and expected to do in these kinds of situations. Number one is de-escalate the situation. Number two is secure the area from any guns or threats. Number three, if there is a threat, identify the threat, warn the threat, and then eliminate the threat if they do not comply. Number four is if there is anyone who's injured and in need of medical attention, get him an ambulance, take him to a hospital, check up on him, make sure their well-being is okay and they don't die, okay? And number five is arrest suspects. Number six is secure off the area so no one tampers with the evidence until, forensics and the detectives and the ballistic team come and check everything out, okay, for the whole case later on. Because that's not your job. You're not a detective. It's not your job to collect evidence. You're a police officer. That's what they're trained and told to do, and that's basically their job in these situations. You can't ask a police officer to do detective works like ask questions or determine someone's intentions or determine someone's basically what their motives are, or determine who's innocent or who's guilty, or determine someone's intentions are, and that will come in handy in a second. Now let me tell you why this was not self-defense. Let me explain to you why this was not self-defense. There's many reasons. Number one is, for you to stab someone or kill someone in self-defense, you need to be in a life or death situation. Mia was not in a life or death situation. Number two, you need to be in an active threat when you defend yourself. Mia was not in any kind of threat at the moment when she attacked these two girls. These two girls were not a threat to her. They didn't have any guns or knives. They didn't have any weapons. They didn't try to attack her. Yes, these two girls were a threat to Mia before, but they were not a threat to her at the moment when she attacked them. Number three, you need to be alone. Mia was not alone. For a fun fact, her father was stomping on one of the girls' head. Mia had a lot of people around and she was not outpowered or outmanned because she had her father and she actually had a knife with her. Number four, when the police officer arrives at the scene and you could see the police officer and the police officer can see you, there is no more self-defense. Because now it's the job of the police officer to protect you. If he sees someone trying to stab you, he will shoot them. If you try to stab someone, he will shoot you. That's why you try to de-escalate the situation. If you have a gun or a knife, you drop it on the floor, you cooperate, you tell the police officer, I'm the victim, these people trying to kill me or assault me or rape me or whatever. And he'll make sure you are safe and they get arrested and they get sent to jail. That's why you do not defend yourself in front of a police officer, because they might take you as the threat and end up shooting you by mistake. That's what happened with Mia. Mia attacked someone. She was trying to stab someone, claiming it was self-defense, and eventually she got shot. Don't be like Mia. And that's why this is not self-defense. Now let's read some of the comments you guys left me that make me lose brain cells. This person said, she didn't have the intention of killing someone. If she did, she would have killed the girl in her house. Number one, the police officer didn't have enough time to read her intentions. Number two, it's not his job to read intentions. Number three, her intentions were very clear. She was aggressive. What do you think her intentions were? To make a fucking cake magically appear into her hand and cut a piece for the girl in pink? No, her intentions was to stab the girl. The same person said, because they literally saw her and the other girl get out of the house with a knife, wouldn't they think she would have already stabbed the girl? First of all, it's not the job of the police officer to come up with conclusions. That's the job of the detective and the court. Number two, let me give you the scenario of what would have happened if he tried to get up to that conclusion. Oh, there's a girl chasing after another girl, but wait, they came out of her house. I didn't really see that, but I think she came out of her house, but she had a knife in her hand. So she must have tried to stab this girl on the floor. Oh, why the fuck is the girl on the floor dead and bleeding? Shit, where did Mia go? Oh, why is that girl in pink bleeding? And she's about to die. Oh, Mia's coming to stab me. What a fucking coincidence. That's why police officers are not trained to come up with conclusions, because conclusions take evidence and time. Same person said this. If you're talking, the police officer could have split them up when Mia attacked the first girl. He didn't need to, because the fight started out of nowhere and ended 3 seconds later. So it basically ended itself almost instantly. He didn't need to tase her, he didn't need to physically fight her, nothing, because the fight ended very quickly. If you're talking about when the police officer shot Mia, well, he couldn't physically restrain her because he was far away. And second of all, he couldn't use a taser because a taser is not as effective as a gun. And Mia was already at the throat of the girl in pink. So one more second, she could have swung and slit the throat of the girl in pink. And if you're talking about why did he shoot her 4 times, not once, I'll explain to you why. Police officers are trained on this. Identify a threat. Are they a threat? Are they not? And if they are a threat, do I shoot or do I not? So shooting a threat means you need to neutralize him. Some threats only take 1 bullet. Some threats take 4, like in the case of Mia, and some threats take 10, some threats take 6. Now if Mia didn't drop after 4 bullets, the police officer would have shot her more times. Not only for Sweetheart, would have shot her 10 times, 12 times, how many times until Mia stopped. Another person said this. I think what they meant is, cops on regular basis talk out white guys with guns and even automatic guns. He could have just tased her. Number one, a taser does not work as effective as a gun. Actually, a taser only works half the times. Number two, a taser doesn't have follow-up shots. If you need to use the taser again, deploy it from a distance, you need to actually unclip the first cartridge and put the new cartridge in, and most police officers have only 2 cartridges. Between a firearm, you just pull the trigger again, and another shot is right there and available. Now, he's talking about white guys with guns and how they don't get shot. Actually, I've seen many white guys with guns get shot because of stupidity. And I've seen a lot of black men and black women with guns not get shot because they treat police with respect. Let me give you what you should do when you are interacting with a police officer with a gun. Let's say traffic stop. You put your hands on the steering wheel, the police officer comes, you roll down the window, you tell him, listen, I have a gun, it's on my left side. You don't reach for it to keep your hands where he could see them. It's on my left side, it's a concealed carry, I have all the license, it's legal. The police officer has 2 things. He either keeps the gun where it is and tells you, listen, don't come close to it, don't touch it, don't grab it, don't come near to it, don't reach for it, keep your hands where I could see them. Thank you for letting me know. Or he'll be like, okay, I'm gonna take the gun, I'll keep it in my patrol car, and at the end of this traffic stop, I'll give it back to you. And then he'll ask for your registration, your license, your firearms license, and your concealed carry license. And that's how it goes. If you act stupid, you don't tell police officers you have a gun. Oh, shit, I forgot I have a Glock 15 on my waistband. Oh, shit, I forgot I have an AK in the trunk, officer. My bad. Doesn't work like that. We're talking about lethal weapons, and there's a lot of criminals who want to kill a lot of people. So you need to be careful, and you need to be sensitive about these topics and very transparent. And that's how basically you don't get killed by police when you have a gun, if you're black or you're white. This other person said it's not because she was black. I didn't see anyone talk about her race. It's the fact that the police officer shot her without actually trying to stop her. Number one, he actually gave her multiple verbal warning. Number two, this all happened very quickly. And number three, how would you like the police officer to deal with Mia, the girl who's attacking another girl, and she has a knife and she is in striking distance from this other girl? 1 more second, she could slit her throat. If he teases her, she could start moving erratically and by accident stab the other girl. And if he doesn't tease her, she was gonna stab the other girl. So he had to do something that was 100% guaranteed to make Mia stop, and he shot her. And also, let's touch up about the fact she said it's not about her race. That same person commented this: racism in cops these days is very clear, and if you defend them for it, you are the problem. If it was a white person with a knife, they would talked it out. There are many cases with black people dying from cops, yet you guys are defending the cops. Look at the articles and educate yourself. I have actually educated myself. A lot of these cases, you just put black person got shot by police and people go blind over it. They don't care if he's a molester, they don't care if he's a pedophile, a rapist, a murderer, a drug dealer, they don't care. As long as you're black and you got shot by police, you're good and you're innocent and people are gonna protest for you. So go educate yourself. Second of all, you're talking and saying this wasn't about her race, but then you see cops are racist, and if it was a white person, this would have not happened, they would have not killed them. If a white person had a knife, they would have talked them out, and black people keep dying from police, and we are the problem and we are supporting racist pigs. You're contradicting yourself. You're a hypocrite. It's kind of ironic. And just to prove my point that a lot of people are saying this was self-defense and not murder, the same person who commented those comments previously commented this also. So yes, people are stupid. And a lot of people are saying she attacked the girl in pink because she pulled her hair. Now, I don't think it's a reasonable thing for you to get up with a knife and attack a girl because she pulled your hair in front of police. What do you think the police would react? Be like, oh, the girl in pink pulled her hair. It's justifiable. She might stab her, but it's justifiable. We shouldn't do anything about it. Stop being stupid. And next time you see a title saying black person was shot by police, read into it. See the evidence. See what happened. Don't go just blindly say rest in peace for whoever. Justice for whoever. Black lives matter. Police are racist pigs. Don't do that. And second of all, stop having this impression that racism starts and ends with black people. You have to understand black people are racist too. They're racist against Asians. And racism happens to everyone. From black people to Hispanics to Asians to immigrants to Arabs to Muslims to Jews. So are you really just defending black people, or are you trying to end racism as a whole? Because what I see, you're just trying to defend black people. And second of all, a lot of you are defending these people blindly. You don't understand that most of these cases are justified. You're saying they were unarmed, they're good people. No, they're not. They were armed. They were felons. They had warrants. They're child molesters. They're child predators. They're rapists. They're pedophiles. They're murderers. They're drug dealers. Yeah. You're defending these kind of people. When did it become okay to defend scumbag and the lowest of society? So I think you should be considering educating yourself more in these situations and not following trends blindly. Anyway guys, that's all I had to say. I hope this answered all your questions. I might be posting more controversial videos. See you in the next one. Peace out.